Hi everyone, my truth seekers, welcome back. I hope you're having an amazing day. Just want to give you a little bit of encouragement and show you some interesting things to help fight the good fight and to not be heavily taxed, because that's definitely what they're doing to us. I was going to put a list of like all the ways people are taxed, but that's not necessary. I think you can pretty much feel that, right? I'm going to put up a really cool template. I'm going to offer it for people if you want to give like a good faith donation. Could be $5, could be $10, because I have a lot of files that I've allocated over the years that I use myself that I've seen have been very powerful. And others, so I have a vast collection of a database, so I know what works, what things that I've put to action myself. And I did a accepted for value video. I'm still on timeout on Dia Dash for another, I believe, 2 days, and I've been giving out that accepted for value template, which is fine. That one, the first one's for free type of deal. But I started my own nonprofit. If you guys want to check me out on Facebook, you can like this page. I'll continue to put up as it's being progressed and different ideas that I have, and different people that I come in contact with, because I started this nonprofit. It's like a ministry, right? We want to help people through the vantage point of the biblical principles, with holistic medicine, with humane treatment, with resources, with assistance for food, for clothing, for shelter, for rehabilitation, without getting put on all the pharmaceuticals, right? There's a lot of people who have been run through the ringer from Big Pharma, and there's going to be like a huge amount of people needing holistic care from all the damage that Big Pharma did. So I want to be, one of those pioneers that do that. And so we all have a talent. We all have skills, guys. This is the time. This is the whole new, we're coming into a new era in this world, in this realm. Okay, and it's going to be about, working from the heart, doing things that are in the best interest of our brother and sister, right? And stop feeding these corporations, because people have no problem going to Starbucks. People have no problem going to Target. They got no problem, spending crazy money. You should see the women, how vain and how sad it's become, how much they'll spend on these fake lashes and squirt glue in their eyeballs, right? And ruin their own real lashes, burn their hair, bleach it, mutilate their bodies, put all kind of stuff, and spending all these type of. But when it comes to true freedom, that could actually change their bloodline and break the generational curses, it's like no. And I had this quote in my head, because I'm like, if you give generously, you will receive graciously. And that goes for both ways too, because I give a lot of information, and that's great. We're all supposed to work together, but at the same time, I also have my own responsibilities, and so does a lot of YouTubers and stuff. Like, we have tried our best to elevate our situation, and at the same time helping other people in the process. And sometimes that can take you off what you're doing for yourself, right? But you're not going to stop doing it because you love the people and you want everyone to do well, right? It's a lot of us with a big heart, we hate to see people suffer. So that's what started us down this road, because it didn't just start off one way or another, right? It was basically like, you looked around, you saw people hurting, you didn't realize, we're seeing people, I know that thing wouldn't even come up, right? We're seeing certain people prosper and other people having absolutely nothing, right? You're looking around, you just see like sinning after sinning, you're just seeing so much injustice, right? So seeking this truth for a lot of us didn't come up with like, oh, we watched, a video recently and, we're all on it. A lot of us were doing it behind the scenes quietly, and we gravitated to certain people now, to certain channels where like a lot of new people are starting their journey. So there's like a huge intersect of people. You got the OGs, you got the mid ones. Me, I would be intermediate. I wouldn't consider myself advanced. Some people might consider me advanced. I always stay humble because I know that there's people 10 times more advanced than me. So I know to stay in my lane. This is not anything to do with putting pressure on yourself. And people who watch several videos, it's not healthy. I'm just saying, because I see that with a lot of YouTubers. Having a hard time with viewers like, have you watched this person's video? How are they going to watch everybody else's videos, guys, if they're busy making their own? Did you ever think about that? A lot of us are busy making our own, reading, learning from the files we already have, actually implementing this stuff. You think this is easy? I gotta go out and fetch freaking printer paper again. A lot of the times we gotta hustle to get all these supplies too, and we're making $1 out of 15 cents just like you all. You know what I mean? We're not the gatekeepers. So that's why, when I put certain videos up and people want to write me a paragraph in the comment section, and like, oh, well, how does this and that, like additional information, like I'm not going to do that, because that's not wise to put up way too much personal shit in the comment section. I ain't the one. Okay, I ain't the one. My channel has been getting battered lately. Okay, battered. And I have to put backup channels just to even have a voice on the internet, okay? So if I'm gonna go through all this trouble, I need to see some fruits to help people that I know actually need it. I can't vet everyone on Facebook. I know I have good intentions. I know certain people that I come in contact have good intentions, but I can't vouch for every little person if they have good intentions. So I'm not going to take that step and just help everybody. I could be enabling somebody very wicked. I don't want anything to do with that. And sometimes you're going to have people come on and it's like they're testing you, or they could be like an agent. So it's like, hey man, I'm not giving you a dissertation in the comment section. I'm going to stop putting my donation link. I wasn't doing that for a whole year, so I don't want to hear it, because I did a whole year volunteer. Now I want to volunteer for people that I can see are really fucked and need the help. You know what I mean? So it's like, if I'm going to put my energy exactly, because I have so many different ways that I could be helping, and I do already for free, but I'm like, man, this stuff, it can get crazy too. And so appreciate all your teachers and stuff, and don't give them a hard time, right? If they need a little support. We all need a little support. You need a little support. That's why you're watching a lot of these videos, because you might be stuck on something. You might not have the resources you need. Having templates, having the hard copies, having the references, this stuff does help, because you can go back and refer to it. And it's way more valuable to do a little investment, have it with yourself, than having somebody come on, break it down, do this. I mean, you're going to forget like 2 days later, right? So I wanted to go into the Montevideo Convention on the Rights and Duties of States, because this goes into the mailings too. Some people have success and some don't. Maybe because they don't have all the integral parts to getting it done. So I have a 20-page PDF. If you would like to donate $5 to $10 to my link, that way when you and I'll put the email, and that way when you email me, I can match up the name and know who's who, and I will send this one to you. The accepted for value one and my prior one, that one was free. That one was very good too, and to show that I do a lot of things out of the kindness of my heart. But I need to see people have good hearts too, because I've been getting used a lot lately. No offense to anyone who that doesn't apply to, And I'm not here for that, okay? I'm here to use my God-given abilities so I can help those I know that could really use it. You understand? So that goes without saying. So this here was enacted in 1933. This goes into how a person is a state when people talk about sovereignty, and how when you do these mailings, we're technically foreign to the DC jurisdiction, because actually they're the foreigners, right? Because they're registered out of London. Let me see what page I was on, because this is going to be part of the PDF that I'm offering, because I had it in one of my folders in my master files, and I'm like, wow, I got so many amazing links. Let me, you know, what good is it if it just stays all in my folder, right? This way I can disseminate it and also raise help for people. So I think that is a win-win for everybody, and it's very feasible, okay? It's not like, oh, you gotta give me $200. You know, it's like, if it's one individual thing, I'm gonna start putting folders together with multiple packages for different topics, right? We can do that too, and that it's gonna be more. But for something like this, just to get you started, to show that it does indeed work, and also having this template is very good too, because it already has a lot of laws there. It has the references, so as you're reading it and as you replicate it over and over and over again, it's going to stick in your mind that much more, you understand, and then you're going to have it memorized. So the government's, so right here it talks about how it was enforced in 1934. The governments represented in the 7th International Conference of American States, wishing to conclude a convention on rights and duties of states, have appointed the following plenipotentiaries. I know, right? What a word. What is that? That's funny. We're learning something new every day, boys and girls. In every video, you're always going to learn something new. So, let's hear.
Plenipotentiary.
Plenipotentiary. Oh, my goodness. Plenipotentiary. That is literally 7 syllables. Wow. Wow.
Plenipotentiary.
Plenipotentiary. Plenipotentiary. What? Did you ever hear of such a word? Office or person with full power to represent someone else. Let that sink into your noggin. A person, especially a diplomat, invested with the full power of independent action on behalf of their government, typically in a foreign country. And you don't think, you know, when people talk about sovereignty, right, because basically a sovereign state is just a permanent population, government, and capacity to enter into contracts. I'm trying to find the page, because this is all stated in this amazing PDF it'll go into, because basically you're a population of one. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay. So, having full power to take independent action. So this is a great word to remember.
Plenipotentiary. Plenipotentiary. Plenipotentiary.
Okay. Who, after having exhibited their full powers, which were found to be in good and due order, have agreed upon the following. Article 1. The state, as a person of international law, should possess the following qualifications. A. A permanent population, a defined territory. C. Government, and capacity to enter into relations with the other states. Right? Is your body a vessel, a territory? I'm asking you. Guys, is your body a vessel, aka a piece of territory? That's defined, right, in the certificate of live birth. That's why, all of the coordinates of that is listed, like how much you weighed, your length, your width, right? All of that stuff, right? That is like the metes and bounds of the piece of land. Let me ask again. Is your body, vessel, a territory? The answer is yes. Do you have a population? The answer is yes. 1. Are you governing yourself? Yes. You use your brain. Can you contract with any other state? Yes. Yes, you can. Okay? You can. So this is very interesting. The federal state shall constitute a sole person in the eyes of international law. So it really goes into the different articles too. Article 5. So it goes into all these amazing rights. So if you don't think that you are in your domicile are considered one, yes you are. Article 4. States are judicially equal, enjoy the same rights, and have equal capacity in their exercise. The rights of each one do not depend upon the power which it possesses to assure its exercise, but upon the simple fact of its existence as a person under international law. Article 8 says, no state has the right to intervene in the internal or external affairs of another. So you got, how many articles? There are quite. Article 16, you got up to 16. And ratification, so you see it does apply. I don't know how many people know this this reference, but it does apply, and that you have an unlimited right to contract. So this is a good reference for that. Seems like a really good read. I wanted to print it out. Again, I have like 4 pages left. I gotta get more paper. You see how much it takes though? You know what I mean? I would like to even save this as a PDF too. But this is cited in this PDF that I have that I'm gonna offer to you guys. It's just part of many. I have thousands, but I just need to make different folders with the different topics. The stuff is very time consuming, labor intensive. This is just showing you how it was accepted as proof positive. Okay, and it'll go into how to do your free mailings, tax per cure. Okay, it'll go into the different laws that need to be used, and you'll even get templates. You see quickly the templates go into how to set it up. Okay, so you'll get all this. It'll go into the different laws. So this is already a PDF already put together, guys. Okay, I'll go into the it gives you even some notes too, right? Right here, let me see. Go into the court of law. You have your, court of equity. A court of equity, a court which has jurisdiction in equity, which administers justice and decides controversies in accordance with the rules, principles, and precedents of equity, and which follows the forms and procedure of chancery, as distinguished from a court having the jurisdiction, rules, principles, and practices of the common law. So we'll go into the different jurisdictions. So you will get, rule of law. These are different things. This is all very important study material, okay? And this is what I was referencing here. Because even when you do get information from people, guys, there is a lot of reading that goes with it, and you got to make it make sense for yourself. No one else can do that. If you need someone to like give you individual counseling, then you got to just retain them. I'm not doing individual counseling just yet because I want to get some of my things organized first, and I'm in a state of transition. Once I get to my location right now, that's what, I got a lot going on. I'm actually working on getting my location to do my operations on a larger scale, to have the location to really do this stuff, and to have my nonprofit. I'm trying to get just a small area to do this in, to grow these herbs, to have a location for people to come to. Okay, so once I get to that part and I have like my master office, oh man, it's gonna be on. I'm gonna be helping people left and right. But a lot of us are going through it and helping people, so it can be really daunting, guys, as you know, right? When you're going through the struggle and you're helping out someone, right? It's like you're swimming and you got somebody on your back. You're happy to be a lifesaver, but it can't be every day. You know what I mean? I need a little bit of help too, to help others too, because I'm doing so much alone, and other people have their spouse helping them. Other people have a support system. My spouse cannot even comprehend half of this stuff. So I mean, he does what he can in his small capacity, guys. You know what I mean? He'll go out and get me office supplies, things like that, and just totally appreciate all those who do help you, even if they don't overstand, right? It's not made for everybody. We're like the 1%. So this goes into what I was trying to explain to you, but this is going to give you, this is 20 pages of notes, guys. This is just part of the stuff I've been allocating for so long. Even if you just got $5, that's great. No donation is too small. You understand? More than $1 would be nice. Okay, if you can do more than 5, then that's great too. And guess what? You're gonna save so much. It's gonna pay for itself like so quickly. You know how much funds I've saved, how much undue taxes I've saved from doing the free mail-ins. And there's a lot of private groups that they share with each other. There's others that you got to pay for the services. Hey, it's up to you what you want to do. There's others who just watch a bunch of videos and take a bunch of notes and then try to apply it. You do what you want to do. We're all about freedom here and free choice. I don't push a damn thing on anyone. I just want a gracious heart. And I'm sorry if people think I'm picky, because I like to work also with a certain caliber of people too, because I attract great people and I attract shit people. That's just what you're gonna do. So I gotta vet them. I'm not just gonna take anybody, right? Just like I had to be a certain way before people wanted to work with me. You gotta get your energy field right. There's been times in the past where I've been completely in the wrong, and I had to check my energy, right? I had to check my walk with the Most High, and you always got to stop and do that every day, right? And be open to self-correction. But if you haven't, if you're on Facebook, please give this page a like and support. And I'll put this link. I'm going to make one specifically for True North at some point, but right now it's connected to Dia Dash, and I'm funneling the funds to business accounts, and which I'm setting up now, because that takes forming DBAs, and that also takes funds too. So I got a lot of things I'm trying to work on also, and it's not easy, guys. And our energy is all you do have, right? Every day, that our energy, our labor, that is our currency, because you only have so many hours in a day. You only have so many hours where you're productive enough to even get some of this work in. So that's why. So if you need some help with some free mailing, if you would like this template, Yep, it's yours. It's 20 pages. You will not be disappointed. It'll show you exactly how you're supposed to fill it out. And without any stamps at all even. I was actually using so many stamps. Even the 2-cent ones and the 3-cent ones, guys. I was going through so many, and some of them were getting kicked back. So maybe I wasn't doing the foreign references right. I did some of them, but I wasn't doing them all the time. So I think that's why. And so a lot of them did go through. And so when I did tweak it and kept it just like the foreign to foreign, it's very, very powerful. Because when you go into the different jurisdictions, I'm not sure if it's public or private. It might be private international law where all the states are foreign to each other, and public international law they're not. So that's why we're dealing with the public versus private jurisdiction. So yeah, there's a lot of intricacies that go with it, a lot of studying to know what's true, what's not true, what's right, the laws. And this is what you're helping people out. This is what you're donating to when you're helping your different channels and your different YouTubers, the people who did put in the work, who did put in the time to read the stuff when most people were out watching movies, watching cat videos, on Instagram, on Facebook. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, hey, to each their own, but some of us used our time a little bit more wisely now. Now a lot of other people are starting to wake up too, and that's great. And we're always here to help you if you show that you come correct, we're going to come correct. And a lot of us, when you ask for one thing, we give you two things. You understand? Because if I see that you're coming correct, I'm going to give you extra. And I give people chances. Like, I'll do stuff on the strength to see, like, where they're at. And if they disappoint me, that's fine. I still gave of myself. I'm not going to, like, change who I am. But the next time that they approach me, it's going to be like crickets. Like, you're not going to hear from me. Because I'm going to be like, hey, man, I gave you all the opportunity to show what you are working with, but you just want to feed, you want to feed bullshit. And then when it comes to the real shit, you're like, nah. I see people, they're burning their notes, guys. They're burning their currency for anything. You know what I mean? Look what a pack of cigarettes costs. Don't even tell me that shit. Did that stop people from smoking? No. So I don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? Now you got people like, oh, do this and that, and they expect you to just, you know what I mean, give you their blood and stuff. Like, hey, whatever, you have the power, right? I'm telling you now, you got the power. Then if you think you can do better on your own, you can do better on your own too. That's fine. I'm here to teach what I can. I go into a lot of different things, but I like to also give you tangible stuff you can actually use, right, in your daily situation, because this is an administrative process. You got to do a lot of mailings. You don't think you do. I've been putting out thousands of paperwork and different affidavits together. I can't even count anymore. And I got a whole box full of certified mailings, and you don't think that adds up, because that's like $5 a pop. And you can do a lot of these processes too the same way with the certified and registered mailings if you're really savvy. I would start with the general mail first, get that going, then bump up to your certified mailings, and you're gonna save $5 a pop, guys. Like, yeah, you don't think that shit adds up? Yeah, we already know. And make sure whatever you do, it's good to keep your receipts too. There's receipts are a whole different topic, but just remember you have the power. We've been overtaxed. I mean, even if you look up amount of times Americans are taxed each year. I don't know if it was annual. It was an old article. This wasn't it. This wasn't it. There was one, and it was like showing how Americans are like taxed 100 times a year. It's like crazy, because you pay at the pump, you pay state taxes, like every time you go to the store, if it's not food or clothes or whatever. Even in some states, you get taxed on clothes. Like, you literally get taxed all the time. So you can go into, how much Americans are really paying on taxes. This wasn't that bomb. They must have buried it. They must have buried it. I have it printed out, and this isn't exclusive right here or an exhaustive list. It's way more than just 7. There's way more. I have a list, and it was like all the ways that America. It's like bullshit, and the stamps too, or it's like another form of taxation, and that's one that is not obvious to people, right? Because it's something that's so normalized. You've been doing it so long, but you don't realize that the United States Post Office is a different jurisdiction than the United States Postal Service, which is a um, for-profit corporation, right? And you just got to know the counterfeit from the real. Of course, everything wants to close. It doesn't want to show me. All right, here, 7 ways Americans pay taxes. You got federal, state, local governments charge income taxes, sale taxes on goods. Yeah, sales tax is another one. You can't buy anything without. Even the tobacco tax, I was just talking about that. Why did that just go away? Payroll tax is another one. Yeah, it's ridiculous. That's why people are teaching the W-8 Ben form, the IRS form, guys. This keeps trying to hide from us. Payroll taxes, 27% come out of workers. Imagine. That's why you need to learn the W-8 Ben form. That way you can be exempt, okay? I mean, if it's not that, they're putting FICA, they're putting this, they're putting that. It's like straight trash, guys. It's straight trash. So the mailing is just another form. So I'll put my email, reach out to me. Please give a good faith donation. If you're going to ask me for a template, the accepted for value one, that was totally pro bono. When I offer something for free, I mean it. And I do that to show my good faith, because I've been giving that out for the past 2 weeks now, and I've been responding to every single email. I even answered questions too. I took it upon myself, even though that wasn't my responsibility. They didn't retain me for anything like that, right? They didn't offer me anything like that. So I'm like, okay, I do come across very generous, but at the same time, I'm not here just to give and not receive, because I have people that I am trying to actually help, guys. Like, all right, and there are a lot of YouTubers, that's what they come on for. So, it's not just for them. A lot of people look at it that way. No, indeed, it's not. Because if it was, a lot of us wouldn't come out here to do the due diligence to talk to the people in the first place, because it's exhausting, and we could just do our stuff in private. Do you understand? So if you want to help out, check out this Facebook page, and I'll hook you up. Just remember, you have the power. Do not let them shake you. Do not let them doubt you, make you doubt yourself, right? Sometimes 1 or 2 might get kicked back. Don't be scared. Don't be like, oh, okay, it's never going to work again. But if you follow this template and go step by step and fill it correctly, you're not going to see that happen. Okay, most likely, unless you got some really ignorant postal workers, and then I would just resend it, but I don't think it will happen. I think people just fill it out incorrectly, and that is why it can be rejected and kicked back, okay? So you can use this to help other people too. You could be dealing with family members that are having financial issues, so once you learn this skill, it's something you can apply and you can share with others, right? And you can disseminate it to your loved ones as well. Okay guys, thank you for listening. I hope that was helpful and that you learned something. I shall talk to you soon.